All right, welcome. For the next few minutes, I want you to think of yourself as a data detective. Your mission is to take this huge, messy pile of data and pull out the exact clues you need. We're going to give you the fundamental MySQL tools to bring some real order to that chaos. So, let's dive right in. You know, every large database is basically a digital haystack, just packed with information. And trying to find that one specific piece of insight, that needle, can feel totally impossible. But what if you had a powerful magnet, a way to sift through all that hay methodically? Well, that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do today.
Okay, here's our case file, the customers table. And right now, it's a total jumble of information. We've got customers from Germany, Mexico, the UK, Sweden, all just mixed together. Trying to find any kind of pattern in here? Yeah, good luck. Our mission is to learn the commands that'll turn this mess into a perfectly organized report.
So, first things first. In any investigation, you've got to organize the evidence, right? We need to take these scattered clues and put them into a logical order. Let's learn the primary tool for doing exactly that.
I want you to meet your new best friend, the order by clause. Its job sounds simple, but trust me, it is incredibly powerful. You just tell it which column to look at, and bam, it neatly arranges every single row based on the data in that column. This is your first step to making sense of any data set.
And the syntax is beautifully straightforward. You do your select columns from a table, and then you just add order by followed by the column you want to sort, and by default, it's going to sort in ascending order. That's A to Z or smallest number to largest.
Let's actually put it into practice. With this query, we're basically telling the database, hey, show me everything from the customers table, but first, sort all the records alphabetically by the country column.
And here's the result. Look at that. All of our customers are now grouped together by country: Germany, Mexico, Sweden, the UK. Instantly, our chaotic list has a clear structure. We can see at a glance who is where. So much better.
Okay, but what if you want to see the list from Z to A? It's simple. You just add the keyword DESC for descending. So while ascending is the default, just adding DESC after your column name completely flips the order, putting the UK and Sweden right at the top of our list.
Now let's get a little more advanced. What happens when you have ties, like our two customers from Mexico? How do we decide which one comes first? Well, we can add a second column to the order by clause, and it'll act as a tiebreaker. This query tells the database, first, sort by country. Then, if any countries are the same, sort those records by customer name.
And here's the powerful results of that query. Notice the two customers from Mexico aren't in a random order anymore. Ana Trujillo now comes before Antonio Moreno because their names have been sorted alphabetically. This is how you create truly organized multi-level reports.
Okay, we've organized our clues. But a good detective knows you don't need to see all the evidence at once, especially when you have thousands of records. So now, let's learn how to focus our search on only the most relevant information. This brings us to the limit clause. This is your tool for focus. When a table has thousands or even millions of rows, asking for everything can really slow down your system. Limit lets you tell the database, don't give me everything, just give me a specific number of records. It's absolutely crucial for both clarity and performance.
Here's the simplest way to use it. This query is like saying, just show me the top 3 customers from the table. I don't need to see everything, just the first 3 you find. It's a really quick way to get a small, manageable sample of your data.
And there you have it. Instead of the whole table, we get this neat little snippet containing just the first 3 records. This is perfect for when you just want a quick preview of what's inside a table without overwhelming yourself with information.
So this leads to a pretty important question. We've seen the first 3 records. What if we want to see the next 3, records 4, 5, and 6? How do we tell the database to skip what we've already seen and show us the next page of results?
The answer is the offset keyword. It works hand in hand with limit. Here's how the database thinks about it. First, it gets the full list of records ready. Second, offset 3 tells it to just ignore or skip the first 3 records in that list. Finally, limit 3 tells it to return the next 3 records after that offset. This combo is basically the engine behind every next page button you've ever clicked.
We've learned to sort, and we've learned to limit. Now it's time for the final act of our investigation, combining these tools to ask incredibly specific and powerful questions of our data.
Let's combine our tools.
Here, we first use a where clause to filter for only customers from Germany. Then we add limit 3, which says, of those German customers, just show me the first 3. We're narrowing the search down with some real precision.
And now for the ultimate combination. This query brings together sorting and limiting. It's really crucial to understand the order of operations here. First, the database sorts the entire table by country. Only after that sort is complete does it apply the limit 3, returning the top 3 records from that newly sorted list.
And just look at this result. Because we sorted by country first, our list starts with customers from Germany and then moves to Mexico. The limit clause then just cleanly extracts the top 3 from that sorted list. This combination is how you turn a massive data set into a precise, targeted answer.
So, let's do a quick recap of the powerful new tools you've added to your Data Detective Toolkit today. Remember these 4 key commands. Order by puts your clues in a logical sequence. Desec flips that sequence. Limit keeps the results focused and manageable. And offset lets you navigate your evidence page by page. Together, they give you some incredible control over your data.
You now have the fundamental skills to bring order to any digital haystack and find the exact information you're looking for. So the only question is, what mysteries will you solve first? Thanks for following along.